Week 2 of the USL League One regular season gets rolling from Toyota Stadium in Georgetown, Kentucky, where the Chattanooga Red Wolves venture out for their first match of 2024, taking on a new-look Lexington Sporting Club. I'm Jack Edwards with you for this one to kick off the week. Delighted to show this one. It should be a fascinating one. Lexington entering their second match of 2024, coming for their second home game of the season. Let's look at the highlights from last Saturday, a 0-0 draw against Northern Colorado. There were chances aplenty for both sides. The best ones here. We saw Noah Powder strike the post just 12 minutes into the game. That one going off no good. Thumping tackles from both sides throughout. It got chippy at times. A few yellow cards dished out by the referee, and we almost saw the first goal of his Lexington career for Cameron Lancaster, if not for a fingertip save by Lalo Delgado. Put that one onto the upright and kept things at 0-0 for the first clean sheet and first point under Darren Powell. And the key man we saw with the free kick there is still Cameron Lancaster. Gets his second start of the season here today. He's searching for his first goal for Lexington. He knows how to put him in the back of the net for Lou City, the all-time leading goal scorer for them in the USL Championship, going across I-64, trying to have a big contribution this season as one of the leaders for the League One side. Now their opponents, Chattanooga, these sides played 3 times last year and they won twice. Some new players to the pack. Lucas Coutinho won't feature today, but a big get from Greenville, bringing in Stefan Lukic from Northern Colorado, Leo Fola, Jamil Roberts, TJ Bush, as well as some players returning from the championship, Tim Trilk and Ricky Ruiz. A really good group being brought in, but they also have some players coming back from last year's group, and most notably 2 of their leading goal scorers up front is going to be starting today's Rapapa Mensah, also bringing back with 12 goals last season. They'll hope that he can have similar numbers with a supporting cast around him. Siobhan Marsh with 12 as well last season. He's on the bench for this one. Chattanooga, first time seeing them in 2024. And this is the first of at least 4 meetings of 2024 between these sides, 2 in the Leagues Cup and 2 in the regular season. Should be a great one from Toyota Stadium in Georgetown, Kentucky. Excited to show you this one, presented by UK Healthcare. On the other side of this break, Lexington and Chattanooga.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up.
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
You don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, orthopedic surgery, and sports medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up.
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
You don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, orthopedic surgery, and sports medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
The players are taking the field at Toyota Stadium, Lexington and Chattanooga, the first meeting of 2024 for these 2 sides, presented by UK Healthcare. We can show you the 11s. First off, for Darren Powell, their second home match in 6 days. First off for them, a 4-2-3-1 shape for them. One change, Nico Brown out of the 18, coming in Jaden Onan, showcasing the utter depth they have in the attacking areas. Atez Diouf Cameron Lancaster, Tate Robertson looking for their first goal contributions of 2024. That's the 11 for Powell in his second match at home in Georgetown College. And Chattanooga, their first one for the full-time head coach now, Scott McKenzie. It's an interesting shape. We don't know what to expect, but these are the players taking the pitch for this one. Rapapa Mensah, we mentioned him in the Open, 12 goals last season. He comes back. Gustavo Fernandez in the back line, part of the title game last season. He'll try and lead a group that conceded the most goals in 2023. Ricky Ruiz, a man who's come back to Chattanooga, played 2020 to 2021 here, headlining a group trying to make a big contribution under Scott McKenzie. We have the first whistle. We're underway. Lexington, Chattanooga. And their white kits heading from left to right will be Chattanooga, and in the black and green kits, with their keeper in the highlighter yellow-green color, are Lexington. Jack Edwards with you on this USL League One Week 2. Kalen Fox over this one. We saw a dominant possession-based performance as Jorge Corrales carries that one into the midfield a little bit and brings it back tonight. They controlled possession against Northern Colorado last time out. They hit the post one time. Cameron Lancaster's free kick almost being the lone goal of the match. The expected goal figures just .77 for Lexington, .59 for Northern Colorado. Not a ton of great opportunities in that one, and it finished in a scoreless draw. One high up the pitch. Mensah played into the feet of Ruiz. Again, the players you saw in that formation graphic, those are the graphics that we receive. And there is a bit of mind games being played as the other sides can't see that. So watch the players in the field to kind of get a sense for how tactically Chattanooga will line up with this new group. They do have a slight edge, having been able to see their opponents play one match already, as they have been able to kind of conceal their tape up to this point. Atez Diouf playing as a number 10 off of Cameron Lancaster. Nico Brown played on the left wing, and it looks like Jaden Onan has come on, gets his first touch of the match, flicks it back to Diouf, kicks it up, may hit a hand, but referee says no handball, and they're playing through the midfield. Chattanooga venturing forward. Here's Lukic. His first touches since coming over from Northern Colorado. Played there last 2 seasons. Walefi. To the feet of Omar Gomez, and he passes it out. Fola. Fired, great pass to the feet of Lukic. Pass was aiming for Pedro Hernandez, but just too short. Some challenges in the midfield. Free kick heading the way of Lexington. We can see our injury report entering this one. First off for Lexington, Michael Agbula, Ebenezer Akon, and David Luera. 3 players unavailable. That brought to you by UK Healthcare. On the other side for Chattanooga, also brought to you by UK Healthcare, Richard Renteria, also unavailable. Kalen Fox over this one. Lancaster, clever first touch, gets it back to his feet. Diouf. Good supporting tackle by Lukic, and he got it played to his feet. There's some space between the lines for Lukic to drive forward. Pokes it out. Rapapa Mensah, 4 and white, streaming forward. The switch of play is a good one. Philippe checks it back. Oh, couldn't find a fellow teammate there. Slid in well. Philippe bounces kindly. Headed away. And Diouf can put a foot through it. Positive start from Chattanooga. Some decent possession in the opening 3.5 minutes. They brought in Johnny Philippe. He was on loan from Hartford Athletic last year. Had a great performance, 13 matches, 6 assists as Lexington takes over. Diouf, Lancaster, great first touch. Has an overlapping run from Robertson, it appears. In the box, low. Slips as he tries to clear it. Bush gets a fist to it, and I think that's going to be a foul called against Lancaster. It is. He got underneath Bush, who's a little slow to get up. He's making his appeal to our head official. You can see a replay for that one. You see not a ton in it by Lancaster, but when you get underneath the goalkeeper like that, typically will go against you. Bush with the free kick here. Coming in from Tormenta. He was part of the 2022 side that won the title. He actually started that title match against Chattanooga almost 2 years ago now. Yankum making his second start since coming over from Malta. Onan, nice drop of the shoulder, plays it back to Yankum. Mendez. See the pass he was trying to make. Yankum gets a foot to it. Last touch by him. Out for a throw for Chattanooga. Hey fans, welcome to the 2024 USL Kickoff presented by Terminex. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all of the action on ESPN and CBS sports platforms. This weekend, getting to see more of the League One sides in action. Just 3 games last weekend. Chattanooga, one of the sides making their debut for the new year. Onan, a header well attacked and won by Pedro Hernandez. _41st appearance for Hernandez since signing back in 2022. Corrales with the throw in. Foot put in. Fola doing good to deal with Lancaster, trying to play with his back to goal. Hernandez plays that one back to Fernandez. Fola to Bush. Bush making 26 appearances over 2 seasons with Tormenta. Trading off the role with Pablo Jara many times throughout that. Walefi can't make the first time pass come off. Yankum can play a pass into Onan. He's got Juf ahead of him, gets it to Juf. Big tackle in. And Walefi with some clever touches in the midfield there, but Onan diligent defensively. They play out of it well. Good tackle by Corrales, ended up knocking it off Felipe, and it'll be a throw for his side. Corrales a big get in the offseason as part of a big recruiting effort by Lexington. Bringing in 14 new faces, returning 10 from a side that finished 9th in their first season of professional play in 2023. Lancaster holding this one up against a slew of opposing players, trying the Travella pass. Gets under it a bit, but Robertson can attack. Lou Young got his head to it, but at an awkward angle, so it loops out. Throw in an advanced spot for Chattanooga. Mensah nods it down for Lukic. Roberts plays it back. Switch of play is attempted. There's a lot of space to attack and comes off very well. Some options in the box. Knight watches it go over his head. Corrales puts a foot through it and hooks it. Not fully cleared. Onan, good work to be alert to the loose touch. Yankum. Big tackle coming from behind. Was there a foul there? He's feeling a lot of pain in the middle of the park, is Ricky Ruiz. They're pushing it out of play. Definitely appeared like there may have been a bit of a late challenge there from it looks like Yankum. Nothing malicious, but Ruiz certainly feeling the effects. We can see the replay of this one again. Onan's pass just a little bit off for Yankum, and yeah, you can definitely see trying to kick the ball. In the end, Ruiz put his foot in the way, kicked his foot. as he makes his return, last playing in 2021 for the Red Wolves. Played for Rio Grande Valley for 2 years, making 64 appearances, scored 5 goals over 2 seasons. They'll hope it's just a little bit of a contact, a welcome back to League One moment for him than anything more than that. I think they're just figuring out that they'll be giving the ball back sportingly by Lexington, allow Ruiz the opportunity to get some needed treatment. And we'll see how quickly he's back out on the field. Fernandez back to Bush. Fola to Walefi. Nice pass on the touchline. Onan defensively against Hernandez. Nice bit of strength. Philippe had an awkward touch. Corrales picks up for the throw. Juve passes that one back to Corrales, has to run towards his own goal, has to be careful here. Fox. Good touch by Walefi, down to Hernandez. Philippe. Big challenge in. Tossed in. Yankum. Comes off awkwardly. Lukic. Some space to shoot if he wanted. A curler just over the first shot for Chattanooga the new year. You don't want to give Lukic that much space at the top of the box, and nearly punished Lexington there, just wide. Another chance to look at it. It spins kindly. Nice challenge by Ruiz. And Fox has to be careful there to press him, but also the space you saw that opened up for Ruiz. He did a good job to keep the angle of the pass covered, but allowed a bit of space for the left-footed shot from Lukic. Scored twice across 52 matches for the Hailstorm. Almost scored on his debut for the Red Wolves. Yankum to Mendez. Caputo. Great sliding challenge. Ruiz nods it down, plays it down. Referee might be playing advantage after an off-ball foul potentially. Good footwork by Lukic to get it back to Mensah. Lukic. The back heel. Mensah into the 18. Took his momentum away from him. In the end, fouls his opponent trying to win it back off of Tate Robertson from behind. I think there actually might be a bit of a talking to. You saw at the bottom of your screen on that transition that Ricky Ruiz was knocked to the ground. See it again. Mensah turning back, and then in the end just puts a foot through the back of Robertson. Fairly standard foul call there. Fox trying the long distance pass. Lancaster, the target, finds the head of Fola. Onan was a bit late with the press. Did get a bit of the player, but the referee says not enough for a foul. Throw in for Lexington. Corrales down the touchline for Juve. Is it too strong? He gets there. Did it go out of play? It did. Goal kick for Chattanooga. We've talked about the acquisitions for Lexington, but almost as important is the retention of a player like Atez Diouf. Comes in, 30 appearances, 15 goals. Was in the all-league first team. Just an absolutely fantastic year for the man from Senegal. And there were questions, could they keep him for another year? Have to be replacing him with some of the options they've brought in, and they've added from a position of strength, keeping their leading goal scorer in Juve as well as their leading assister in Tate Robertson. He's playing in a more advanced role this one. Bush keeps it in play. Philippe challenging for it. Lukic also leapt for the header. Falls down. Onan can't get to it. Ruiz plays a great pass out wide. Juve tracking back. Diligent defensive work. We talked about the goals he's scored, but that's part of being just an all-round team player, is tracking back like that. Puts the body into his opponent. Pedro Hernandez concedes possession. Yankum dropping for an option for Corrales. He goes longer. Lancaster's touch in field. A foul by Caputo. Two hands up, but Ricky Ruiz getting himself involved in things on his Chattanooga return. You can see that replay again. Just a slight bump there. Pretty standard foul. And a chance now, potentially, to put a ball into the box. Ruiz making a run. Played it back. Philippe whips it into the area. Goes down, cleared away. Didn't get a shot on frame, but a decent bit of threat. Roberts plays it back. Ruiz nods it down. On the left, trying to curl in it. It's dangerous at the back post. May have been a vital intervention. It was. Lou Young, it appears, got ahead to it. There's appeals from Lexington, but it certainly looked like it was a good defensive contribution by Lou Young to tip that one out for a corner kick. Let's see it again. Good delivery by Ruiz. Maybe not, but Fola was certainly there, interested. It was a close call, given as a corner. They go short with the corner, brought to you by UK Healthcare. Lukic trying to hold this one up. Wins another one. Kicks it off, Tate Robertson. Philippe again can take. May not have gotten the stat fully out earlier, but he had 6 assists in 13 appearances. Best assist to game ratio of 2023. Curls it in. Dangerous, headed down. Walefi, left foot, great save, Knight. Got 2 hands to it. Walefi heads it back, trying to keep the chance alive, but Robertson can't fully deal with it. ML Knight, they stay perfect on the season defensively. He has not been breached yet in the new year. We can look at that again, next dead ball. Best chance of the game. You don't want it setting up for a player as experienced as Walefi. 30 years of age now, turned 30 in January. Longest tenured player in Chattanooga history, back all the way to 2019. He's trying that one. Looked like Knight may have been off his line a little bit, and that goes out for a goal kick, and it gets us a chance to potentially watch that save again. It was a decent look. Good header out, but Walefi catches that sweetly. It's pretty central. You expect Knight to make the save, but has to get the hands up and get them in the way. Knight, great season last year. First clean sheet came last Saturday. And that save for the first shot on target keeps things at 0-0. Caputo. Onan, back to Corrales. Cuts it back. Onan. Yankum. Tried to break it between 2 opponents. Philippe put a foot through it to kick it off. Yankum goes out. Lexington having less joy in possession than they did against Northern Colorado. It's been completely inverted possession-wise. The number right now is 65% for the visitors, 35% for the hosts. It was at a very similar number last week around the same time in the match, 20 minutes in. It was a lot of Lexington, not a lot of Northern Colorado. They're dealing with being on the defensive side now. Robertson. Fox. Corrales. Onan gets there first. Clever touch by Onan. He knows he's going to get clattered. He gets in the way of it. There may be a small conversation between our head referee and Pedro Hernandez. Let's see that one again. See the pass by Corrales. Onan knows the player's coming in, pokes the pass away. Easy foul call and potentially a chance for direct service. We'll see what Corrales and company cook up with this one. Onan was a finalist for Young Player of the Year last season. 3 goals, 6 assists in the league for forward Madison since coming over from England. Still just 23 years of age. A lot of potential in his future. They'll play this one short, Lexington will. Build up from the back. Lu Young. Robertson can't get his feet sorted. Lukic. Good ball. Philippe. Puts that one into space for Mensah. He's going to leave it. Roberts, did he keep it in play? He did. Back for Mensah. Rapapa Mensah switches play. Hernandez. Walefi. Hernandez leaves it. Ruiz. Trying to play it to the feet of Lukic. Big tackle put in by Caputo. Late in trying to challenge that one was Lukic. Takes out Corrales and gives a free kick for the hosts. You can see that one again. It's kind of the characteristic moments of these first few matches, is just a bit late in the challenge, mistimed, and you see Lukic was just a step slow trying to press that one. Ended up taking out the man rather than being there in time to get the ball. Knight will wave Fox off of it. Two shots, the one on target by Walefi for Chattanooga are our only shots of the day so far. Lancaster put his body into that one. Onan in some space. Great first touch to get it in front of him. Into the box, Jaden Onan. Gets ahead of him though, goal kick. Defensively, well tracked back by Pedro Hernandez to put a body into him. Roberts back to Fernandez. Played through a few teammates all the way back. Lexington can try and recycle possession themselves. Fox to Corrales. Onan returns it. Ruiz, big time challenge. Referee says it was a foul. He got a bit of the ball, but one of those 50-50s we've had quite a lot of. Ruiz, maybe a few words. Let's try and adjudicate it ourselves. It's a foul? I'd say probably yes. Did appear to get a bit of it, sliding his left foot back a bit, but Ruiz had the ball away, and the contact may have happened before that. Referee says it's a foul and Chattanooga possession. Fola. Hernandez. Gives it back. These two sides finished 9th and 10th last season in the league, but their offseason acquisitions have made them the talk of the offseason and some of the favorites to capture some silverware and some eyeballs with their play this season. So we'll see if they'll get a chance to return to the playoffs in the case of Chattanooga or make a first appearance in Lexington's second season. Mendez challenges, it falls for Philippe. He's got 4 with him. Can he take it himself? He will. A deflection. May have taken it into the chest of Knight. Was a little uncertain, but a second save of the match for the keeper. Still no goals conceded in 2024. Let's see another look at it. Philippe had some time and some space to pick up some options. Took it himself, and that took a bounce off Mensah. He almost kicked it into the ground. A really awkward angle, but Knight was alert to it. 30 years of age, from Jamaica. Aerial challenges. Is that a high foot? Referee says no. Ruiz challenges. Is it a foul by Juve? Referee says no, letting them play on. Molefi can shift it from right to left. Lukic playing a pretty fluid role at times, taking the ball off the striker, also playing off the center back. So is that a pull from behind? It was. An unnecessary foul in many respects, but it's called against Caputo there. Beginning to be ramped up, the foul is called against him. Philippe. He's moved from right wing to a more fluid position. Almost playing as a left back, filling in for Roberts, who's overlapping on the left-hand side. Fola. Molefi breaking the lines of press. That's a great ball. Takes an awkward bounce, though. The space was there. Execution just not quite in pass and reception. Lexington, possession. Lexington, match number 2 of the season. They drew against Northern Colorado. Mentioned it a few times already, but worth reiterating. Every coach we've spoken to leading into this season has mentioned just the vital importance of every match with the changed structure. We'll get a full video of that during halftime. But a League Cup coming in. These sides will play each other 4 times this season as a result. They played 3 times last year. Chattanooga winning twice, Lexington winning once. But they'll play twice in the league, twice in the cup. So they'll be able to get quite familiar with one another across the course of this season. Good pass between the lines. Mensah plays it off. Philippe can receive it. Pressed by a few in black and green. Ruiz. It'll spin kindly for him. That pass, trying to return it to Lukic. Juve can run into some space. Oh, just too heavy for him, though. You see the frustration for him. They almost had him on the break. Lexington haven't had a ton of chances in 2024 to get their key attacking players with the ball in space moving. That might be a foul throw. It's going to be heading Lexington's way regardless. Bit of a careless turnover in possession. Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Tossed in. Hernandez challenges. That might be a foul. It is indeed. Fola, you could see the hand was rising quite high on Lancaster. This is a free kick in a really promising position. You can see Tate Robertson in the area. This one is mouth-watering for him. Potential in-swinger into the box. Let's see the foul that's led to this free kick in the end. Just watch that left hand just reaches the neck area. Not a ton of contact, but you really don't give yourself much room for error when your hand and your arm reaches that high. So Corrales and Robertson, 2 wing players with 4 players in black in the box to aim for. Bush working with Ruiz to get the 2-man wall in a position to be of maximum threat. Five in the box for Lexington. Onan on the top of it. Corrales over. Robertson whips it in. Headed down and wide. Might be called the first shot of the match for Lexington. Ball was threatening from Robertson, but no one in the box could get a proper stance to attack it. Wide of goal. Goal kick, Chattanooga. Another look at this one. Robertson whips it in. Looks like it's Juve who gets ahead to it. but he was trying to just get ahead, poked in there rather than fully able to get a full forehead to it. Flicked on by Mensah, dangerous foot race. Philippe gets there in the box. Can he keep his feet about him? Options to pick out, stands it up, headed down by Yankum. Important intervention. Walefi from behind. Was he fouled? He was. Juve fouling Walefi. Both players feeling the effects. And another free kick and a chance for a set piece with a bit of danger. Poked away by Caputo. And Walefi just gets across Juve, who goes through the man trying to get to the ball, and it's a free kick, and both of them in a bit of discomfort. Juve looks to be the one who's most worse for wear. There are trainers for Lexington out on the field. Walefi just might be catching his breath after taking a bit of a tumble. You saw him immediately start hobbling. Looked to be the left foot for Juve to be causing a bit of discomfort. They do have Nico Brown on the bench in terms of a solid attacking option to bring on. Also Azad Liaudi on the bench for the first time. Coming in from Huntsville City last year, 22 appearances, 12 goals, led the side in that mark. Played for Tormenta back in 2021, Tucson in 2020. So experience in League One. He's 25 years of age, so you don't want to see Juve have to go off the field, and it appears that he'll be coming back on. He's going off to the side, the far side of the field rather than the near side where the subs are at, but you see definitely a noticeable hobble with the left foot. You saw Walefi on the ground too. He's back to his feet. Both players allowed for getting their feet and their wits about them. Free kick from range. That one's over. Through the uprights, off target for Chattanooga. 4 clean sheets and 24 appearances for Lexington in 2023 for Knight. 5 as a unit. Austin Causey, their backup keeper, the man who got those last season. They've brought in Nico Campuzano in the offseason. He's the man on the bench as the backup goalkeeper in this one. Temperature ducking under 50 degrees in Georgetown, Kentucky. Bit of rain earlier today. Not perfect conditions for some soccer this Friday night, but under the lights, getting treated by Lexington and Chattanooga. That one played forward. Mensah to chase. A bit awkward. Knight was off his line, but Fox came across, took no risks. Was probably the right call in the end. Mensah was on hand with some interest. Looped forward. Lukic touches it down. Ruiz, a great run by Roberts, puts the thumb up. He was tempted to try and be found by Ruiz, but that one just rolling out of play. You can see Lexington's determination to play the ball out from the back. We have Modesto Mendez take the goal kick back to the goalkeeper. It's a modern tactical elevation. Center backs taking goal kicks just to the goalkeeper to play out from the back. And we see a great run to carry between the lines. Slid back by Lou Young. Back to Knight. Mendez slides to left center back to fill the space after Fox made the foray up the pitch. Mensah on hand, a poor touch, Felipe. He takes it off, Ruiz. Oh, Mensah wasn't making the run. He thought he was. Ruiz did, and the pass rolls out, goal kick. Well, the USL League One is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. We appreciate you being with us this Friday night on ESPN+. Jack Edwards on hand for this one. Second match of 23, or 24, I should say, for Lexington. Still getting the 2023 habits out of the mind. And both of these sides trying to do that same thing as well. Neither making the playoffs. Chattanooga made it to the title game in 2022, but had a disappointing 2023. Good clearance by Roberts, nodded down. Walefi thought about putting a high boot up for it, pulled out smartly. That one's just knocked forward, and Fox can bring it down out of the sky. Definitely a challenging 2023 for Chattanooga. 3 different coaches conceded the most goals in the league. Had some deep lows, but after McKenzie came in, as that one goes out, throw in for Chattanooga. He came in, and the side had an uptick in attacking form. Won 4 games for him since coming in August. Offsides is, as a matter of fact, the call, so it's going to be a free kick rather than a throw-in. He scored 2.09 goals per game. Chattanooga did under McKenzie last year, which was better than any other team's season goal per game total. That was... If you can't watch the match, you can turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including the USL All Access, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC. As one's flicked on by Mensa, caught by Knight. Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Today's League One match, a precursor to the USL Championship and League One weekend. Some good chances, or good games all up and down the country. Great ball. Onan, he's onside. Into the 18. Jaden Onan cuts it back. Big intervention by Walefi. Hooked away. Was that a foul from behind on Caputo? It was. Ruiz adjudged to have bumped him from behind. In a flash, Lexington playing that one forward, nearly getting in. Onan got into the box, tried to cut it back. Probably the right call in the end. Hernandez was helpless due to the quality of the pass. Onan's speed got away, and I think Lancaster the target, but Walefi marking him smartly. They're still with it here. Yankum trying to keep it in play. That one's going to stay in play. It's a goal kick in the end. Certainly looked like it may have came off a Chattanooga boot, but to the appreciation of Gustavo Fernandez, the referee disagreed with me. Lancaster puts his body into it. Onan, nice bit of footwork, goes out of play. Will be staying with his side. Juf, his first touches since coming back out on the field after the slight injury problem he had. Great turn by Fox away from Mensa. And Lexington growing into the match. More possession, more influence. Fox lofted. Juf. Corrales at the byline, cuts it back. Walefi had slid in, didn't get any of the ball. Big challenge, and it's knocked forward. That definitely had a hand, or thought it might have, but Mensa, great hold up. Ooh, that pass, the right idea of Lukic. Pace, not his key attribute there. Would have had to be more central and a better weighted pass to find Lukic on the break against Mendez. Juf dropping deep to receive it from Fox. Tugged down. Referee keeping the cards in his pocket. And we can see that one again. Juf just taking the ball from deep, just powers past Philippe. Cynical challenge by him. Don't think it rises to the level of a yellow card. No serious break or opportunity on the way, but it does break up the flow of the match. 40% possession now for the hosts as they play the ball out in the back. Corrales not fouled. Great flick by Walefi. Oh, but tracking back was Juve. He's been studious in his duties defensively, playing as a 10, attacking option for them, but he has been massively influential on the defensive side of things. Robertson can't get to it aerially. Brought down by Lukic. Roberts. Has a poor pass. Onen is wise to it. Onen, the speed, into the box. Jaden Onen. Great save by Bush. The first on target for Lexington. And it stays 0-0. Onen's speed and quickness of thought massively influential in the opening parts of this one. His first shot, Lancaster may have wanted that one slid off to him, but you can't blame Onen for taking it on himself. Important physical intervention by Fola to put him off a little bit as he was beaten with speed. Just try to put an arm into him and put him off just a tiny bit. Had to be careful because if he brought him down, would have been a clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Could have seen himself sent off, but he towed that line very well. Nice turn by Fernandez, away from the press of Juve, but he's still right on his heels. He goes down, and it is a foul. They're taking a stoppage in the match here. 40 minutes gone.
The match is paused at sundown for a moment of reverence in observance of Ramadan.
You hear the PA announcer. Minute break in observance of sundown, Ramadan. Able to break their fast. Sundown here in Georgetown, Kentucky. Will be a recurring theme throughout Ramadan, of course, as leagues across the United States and across the world offer opportunities, as the matches and the evenings will often overlap with sundown and allow the opportunity to break their fasts. And we can kind of talk about during this break in the matches what we've seen so far. A few decent opportunities. Onen the best chance of the match for Lexington. On the flip side for Chattanooga, had a few good opportunities. The most notable one, Walefi catching one very sweetly. Saved well, though, by Knight. I think a stat that does kind of exemplify this game is Johnny Philippe, a more attack-minded player. 2 goals, 6 assists, and 13 appearances for Chattanooga last year. He's got the most tackles attempted in the game with 4. Mensah flicking it on. Caught by Knight. But when you have one of your more attack-minded players getting stuck in, getting involved, we've seen Juve tracking back a lot as well. It's a sign that the game is less free-flowing. Corrales. Juve. Great 1-2. In some space. To pick out Lu Young. Lu Young tracked by Lukic. Plays it to Robertson, but it's just too short. They'll take it off the feet of Lukic and play it back to Caputo. Tate Robertson. Leading creator in 2023 for Lexington. Knight. Fox. Played up the pitch. Juve. Great drop of the shoulder into some space. Sliding tackle's a bit late. That will be a foul and a free kick given, and it will be our first yellow card of the match. Heads the way of Omar Gomez. He's frustrated with that one, but definitely late with a sliding challenge, and in the dying moments of this first half, he'll be booked. Juve just a step quicker than him, trying to just stab that right foot in there. In the end, only got the man under the ball, and Islan Peksanar believed it was enough for the first yellow of the match. heads the way of Chattanooga, and a free kick. They can get back going. Onan. Corrales. Onan, clever touch. Good bit of strength. Onan into the box. Oh, just sliced there by Robertson. Juve leapt for it, couldn't get to it. Robertson trying the first time volley. Really tough technique to get that one off. And he hit it slightly and it went out of play. Might get a little bit of stoppage time, could be proven wrong, but we had the pause just a moment ago, as well as a bit of an injury pause for Juve and Walefi earlier. We're hearing it should be about 4 minutes at the end of this first 45.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added
Confirmation from the PA locally.
The clock will be stopped, and time will be monitored on the field.
Mensah, good bit of footwork. Pokes it off. Philippe plays it back to Ruiz. He switches play. Hernandez. That one's towards goal. Knight had to be alert, and he was. He caught it. May have thought about going quick with it. In the end, will roll it out to Liu Young. Ooh, Robertson. That one's going to stay in play kindly for him in a foot race. They'll slow it down. Yank him, making a forward run. Making life uncomfortable for Lukic. That's a big coming together. Referee says no, foul there. Robertson feeling his face, and the referee's going to have to check that periodically. If it's a face or head injury, might need a stop, but no break in the play just yet. Great touch by Ruiz and a great clearance. Full-throated. Knight heads it away. Caputo flicks it on. Walefi. Been impressed with the midfield play by Walefi and Ruiz. They've been, inconsistent. The match has been hard to play in, but pretty consistent in terms of their ability to play under a bit of pressure. Lexington are a high-pressing team, some talented forwards, obviously putting the ball in the back of the net, but almost more importantly, in their defensive side of things as well. Throw, Chattanooga. Mendez. What a touch by Philippe. Under a bit of pressure, Hernandez can power forward. Onan, not going to make life easy. Philippe. Big tackle by Corrales. Gets across, deals with it. One more minute of the minimum remaining. We have one last chance for either side before we go into the break. That one out of play, goal kick. Philippe couldn't keep that one down. Caputo is feeling the effects of that one, and there's a head injury there. May have been a poke in the eye for Caputo. We'll extend this first half a little bit longer. 3 shots for the hosts, 4 for the visitors. Caputo back to his feet. Knight back underway. Great bit of strength from Onan. Caputo come back into the match for the final moments of this first half. Headed out. No nonsense by Omar Gomez. Is on a yellow card. Something to watch out for as the match progresses. See Scott McKenzie, bottom of your screen near Corrales. As that is going to be the end of our first 45 minutes. No goals to show for it. Lexington, Chattanooga, stalemate through 45 minutes. Still waiting for the first goal of 2024 for both sides. Some decent looks, some great goalkeeping. And as things stand, both sides poised for a draw from Toyota Stadium. Halftime, we've got some loaded content for you. Can tell you about some changes in the league format, what's been happening across the league, some highlights and stats from that first half. It's been a good one, though, from Georgetown College, Lexington, and Chattanooga. 0-0 as things stand. We'll take a break for about 15 minutes, and we'll see you on the other side of this break on ESPN+.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
It is 0-0 between Lexington and Chattanooga at halftime in Week 2 of the USL League One. We can flash back, take a look at what happened in Week 1, our 3 games from last Saturday. Our first game from last weekend, it's Greenville hosting Spokane Velocity for their very first ever game. They had a great way to get it going. Ryan McKinnon takes a bad swing at it. He knows he made a mistake. It's a penalty and a great chance for the first goal for Velocity, and it's scored by Josh Doling. A dream start for them on the road, but they knew the hosts would not be an easy opposition. Some nice work up here from the back. They go along with this one. It's a clever header by Nate Schultz and an even better finish by Zion Scarlett. Just flicks it past the keeper. Nothing the defender can do to keep it out of the back of the net, and they equalize, make it 1-1 in the first half. Second half action now. Great ball in here. Picks out Scarlett again. That one saved well on the shot by Castro, but the follow-up by Evan Lee makes no mistake of it. They take their first lead of the match, make it 2-1. Ryan McKinnon trying to rectify his earlier error. It's a great ball here after a nice dribbling move, and what a deft finish to put that one home by Leo Castro. Flicks it in, makes it 3-1. Greenville, their first 3 points of 2024. Lexington taking on Northern Colorado. We talked about this one throughout the broadcast so far. It ended in a 0-0 draw. We'll show you some of the best chances of it. Noah Powder nearly found the opener, generating the shot for himself. It hit the upright. It was a really just an incredible match, some crunching tackles. That one there, a yellow card and a free kick coming as a result of it, and we nearly had a special first goal for Cameron Lancaster, if not for a fingertip by Delgado and a shot missed by Pierre Manet. 0-0 in the end for Lexington and Northern Colorado, a point apiece for the two sides. Last weekend, Northern Colorado waiting for their next matchup in the Open Cup this coming week. Now our final game from last weekend, it's South Florida Tormenta hosting Fuego. They had a great chance to get this one going. Similar to Spokane, an early penalty given their way. Mo Espinoza, just 3 minutes into his debut, scores in the bottom left corner, makes it 1-0 very early on, and Espinoza will be involved yet again in the second goal for Fuego. He puts in the free kick. It's going to be circulated out. This is just a case of determination for Fuego. Keep it alive. This one goes off the post. This one on the follow-up by Clayton Torr finds the back of the net, makes it 2-0. What a start to the Jermaine Jones era within 20 minutes, up 2-0. They knew it would be easy, though. A late consolation goal in the end by Gabriel Rodriguez. It's utter chaos in front of the goal. He scrapes it home. In the end, though, it finishes 2-1. First 3 points for Fuego. Step aside for another break. On the other side, we'll hear from Mike Watts about the new league structure.
You'll get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Doing that work till it hurts, you know the drill. It's like I went on a hike, cause Q, I'm king of the hill. They think I don't know it, still can't touch me, don't want floating. All of the moves you make up over, some of them different place up.
Starting from now, detail, gotta be clean, no excuses, let's go!
You know the drill.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes, only want the best. Anybody never lie, won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
See? It's just like real camping.
Ugh, we even have real ants. Ew.
Like I said, real camping.
When ants show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In 2024, USL League One will introduce a new in-season cup competition built on regional rivalries and added dimensions to the game itself. Like cups around the world, this new tournament will consist of group play and a knockout round. The 3 groups of 4 will consist of the East Group, Charlotte, Greenville, Richmond, and Tormenta. The Central Group, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Lexington, and Madison. The West Group, Central Valley, Northern Colorado, Omaha, and Spokane. The clubs will play a home and away round robin within their group. Then they will play 2 matches, 1 home and 1 away, against 2 different teams from another group. In total, each club will play 8 matches in group action. The top team in each group will advance to the semifinals, joined by the non-group leader with the most goals scored. This innovation will encourage more attacking and entertaining play. That's not the only fun adjustment. If a group stage game finishes tied at the end of regulation time, a penalty kick shootout will take place with an extra point in the standings on the line. The cup will evolve and grow over the next few years, bringing more drama and more memories for all.
good stuff on the new league structure. Some more other competitions. The Open Cup getting going next week. League One and League Two teams will enter in the first round. That'll be happening from March 19th to March 21st. Should be fascinating to see how they fare with a bit of controversy, a bit of change for the Open Cup this year. As for last week, Leo Castro earns League One Player of the Week honors for Week 1. Had that fantastic goal you saw just a few moments ago, and he headlines a Team of the Week from Week 1. We got a Coach of the Week now too, Rick Wright, in his very first match heading up Greenville. He's got a few players showing up as well. Evan Lee, Lion McKinnon being involved in the goals, as was Zion Scarlett. Amal Knight and Jorge Corrales in the back line for Lexington. After some good defensive performances, they also show up in the Team of the Week. Moa Espinoza and Josh Doling getting their first goals for their new sides, as well as part of the Team of the Week. Looking at some more next upcoming games this weekend, Spokane, Richmond, South Georgia, Forward Madison, Fuego, and Omaha to round out the day, with the Independents taking on One Knoxville at home. Week 2, things beginning to kick into life. Every point massively important with just 22 league games this season. We got one last break, and on the other side of it, we've got first half highlights and stats, and the second half for Lexington and Chattanooga. Don't go anywhere on ESPN+.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up.
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
You don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up.
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
You don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced medicine.
Moments away from the second half between Lexington and Chattanooga. Let's see our first half highlights in this one. A chance early in this one for Lukic, just putting that one over Amal Knight's bar. Couldn't get that one on frame. That one, just a nice clearance out of the box. There were some chaotic moments. This one, a nice header by Christian Liu Young to flick that one away. We can see another angle of this one. Ruiz whips it in, just gets a tiny flick to it. Maybe Fola could have attacked and then put that one on frame. In the end, it was a corner kick for that one on the ensuing corner. This one, a great look for Walefi and a great save by Knight. Able to get two hands to it, parry it away, and keep things all square, 0-0. There was some good hold-up play by Mensah, just being a big option up front, and Philippe trying to do something with this one. It bounces off the feet of Mensah. You can see it again on this look, just kind of hits the bottom of his foot as he tries to jump out of the way. Maybe taking some sting out of it. And Jaden Onen, a rare attack for Lexington, nearly getting them on the front foot. He's able to beat the center back, but couldn't beat TJ Bush in goal. That one saved and keeps things 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Your stats from that first half: 3 shots for the hosts, 4 for the visitors, 3 combined on target. Possession swinging the way of Chattanooga. The lone yellow card for Omar Gomez. But similar to their first match for Lexington, not a ton of opportunities in around the 18. still trying to figure out their exact footing in just match week 2 of the season for Lexington. We'll see any tweaks tactically, personnel-wise, that are made throughout the next 45 minutes for Darren Powell. Defensively, though, both sides, after both being quite porous last year, Chattanooga the worst defensive side in 2023, Lexington third worst. They've been pretty strong, pretty studious in that first 45 minutes. Just a few chances for both of them. Some discussions between Fox, Corrales, and Robertson. Some good experience in that triumvirate. On the flip side for the visitors, they'll be happy with that first 45 minutes of 2024. Held more possession, more shots on target, and to do that on the road, quite impressive. But you did see that chance for Onan, just one slight slip up in the possession out of the back, and they can be on the front foot in a flash. So they have to be wary defensively, make sure they stay alert, make sure that they don't allow any chances unnecessarily in this one. Corrales, constant threat up that left-hand side as an overlapping option. Played for Tulsa the last 3 seasons. He's a very decorated international, playing 50 times for Cuba. 1 goal back in 2014. A lot of experience, though, for him as Lancaster kicks us back out for the second half. In black from left to right, Lexington. In white from right to left, Chattanooga. Corrales long, Lancaster. It bounces kindly. Bush is there, and he bumps into him afterwards. You could tell he just overran it a little bit. Sporting moment between them. I think the referee is to make the point with Lancaster. That's the second foul he's had against the goalkeeper in this one. You don't want to over-accumulate to this point. But again, Jack Edwards with you here at Georgetown College, Toyota Stadium. Lexington taking on Chattanooga. So brought to you by UK Healthcare. First 45, similar, across this match and a half for Lexington defensively, trying to just be very focused, very hard to break down, compact. Some solid possession moves for them as well. We'll see what progresses and what happens in the next 45 minutes. Mensah nods it down. Philippe. Tidy footwork. Hernandez. Mensah trying to let that one run across him. That's a clever pass. Philippe. Lukic calls for it. The pass just off. Mendez steps up well. Gets a foot through it. Robertson. He's going long. Lancaster the option. He likes to chase these 50-50s. He's going to get there. Lancaster, no one to support. A few now with him. He's got Yankum. Great work from the forward. Yankum, low. And it's blocked by Fernandez, and he can be patient in the box and then put a foot through it. Mensah. That's a great touch as well himself. He's pulled back. That should be a yellow card. It will be indeed. Kalen Fox knew the risk he was taking with that one. But definitely, I think the risk reward there of letting them continue to play versus just a nice tug down. The yellow for the center back will have to be on thin ice for the rest of this match here. And a free kick now for Chattanooga. You're seeing, though, the threat of the nines. You've got up front Mensah as well as up front in Lancaster. Both of them with some good hold-up play, trying to bring in their teammates. Lancaster almost generated a chance. Mensah causing a yellow card for the opposing side. Fernandez. That one by Roberts over everybody, and Corrales can watch it out. Goal kick. Fox. Robertson. Onan had 2 hands out, calling for it. He gets it. Juf's in a lot of space as well. Robertson's making a run, but it's Atez Juf on the right. It's blocked. Yankum. Oh, first time. Trying to get it into Lancaster. You can see the speed and the tempo was picked up a little bit from that first 45 minutes. The team's still figuring out their feet, getting them under them. It's important to note for both sides, preseason's not the usual length. Starting in early February, around February 1st, only running for about 4.5 weeks in the case of Lexington, just about 5.5 weeks for Chattanooga. You'd argue that maybe a typical preseason 6 or 7 weeks, some things having to be accelerated, and maybe that process bleeding over into the regular season a little bit is a possibility. Thumping header by Mendez. No one picked him up. Ruiz whips it in. Mensah, that one's just wide of goal. A great chance for him, but he couldn't quite arc his head behind it to get it on frame. Lexington let off a little bit there. They slept a bit defensively. Ruiz with the space to put the ball in, and Mensah in the box, the space with the header. He picked a good spot between the center backs to attack. Ruiz whipped it in. If that one leads him a little bit more, that one might have been the first of the year for Mensah and the Red Wolves. Mendez forward. Fola back to Roberts. Keeps it in play. Flicked on by Gomez. Mendez, that one's a bit awkward of an angle for him, but it will fall kindly for Liu Young. Lukic couldn't quite get to it. Well, how about that control from Cameron Lancaster? And what a ball, always offsides. That one was razor thin margins, and the assistant making a massive call. Jaden Onan not happy with that. Don't know if we can see another angle of that. It'll be tough from our wide vantage point. Let's see. You can use the football field markers. Yeah, he's onside. That's a bad call. A tough break for Lexington because Liu Young is in behind. You can see Leo Fola with the hand up. That was a big, big break for Chattanooga. Lexington should have been in behind. Roberts back to Lukic. It's a great way to pass, though, by Onan, and a great run by Liu Young on the overlap. They haven't attacked too much with the fullbacks on the right-hand side. Walefi. Gomez back. Ooh, may have been a high boot. It was. It's going to be called there against Roberts. Last touch out of play by Onan, but the left foot got a little too high for the referee's liking from Roberts, and it's a free kick in possession for Lexington. Just another chance to see it here, and you see the boot. Yeah, you get that high. Not a ton of contact, fortunately. Could have been a little damaging if it did, but you want to just stamp that out. No need for any extra action, but smart from the referee. Yank him under a bit of pressure. Does just about enough against Gomez. Can carry it. Plays it to Onan. Onan. That's a great ball. Ooh, just too heavy. Twice now in quick succession. He's targeting that run from Christian Liu Young on the overlap. Yank him after a bit of a powerful dribble through the middle. He's feeling the effects of a challenge as he made the pass. He's down. Also down, Philippe for Chattanooga. Looks to be in quite a bit of pain. Couldn't quite make out where the contact came for Philippe on that one. Maybe a chance to see it again here. Yeah, he's the one who puts in the challenge. You see that he's just not comfortable after putting that one in. Just maybe not quite getting his feet sorted. We've talked about his creative influence to this point already, 25 years of age. He was on loan from Hartford. They opted to bring him in permanently. He's getting some help up, and definitely not a positive sign there. He needs some support to get off the field. Maybe a substitution coming on now in a moment for Chattanooga. Teammate stepping in, Omar Gomez, after Modesto Mendez was sportingly offering him some support off, but tough sight. First match of the year for Chattanooga, and Philippe needing some support off the field. They'll hope that he'll be recovering and good to compete. That'll be Omar Hernandez coming on. Big one for him here. Signed his first pro deal this season with Chattanooga.
Entering the match for Chattanooga, number 13, Omar Hernandez.
Played with Mercer in 2023.
Jonathan Felipe.
Played high school at Dalton High School, just about 25 miles away from the stadium for Chattanooga. He's going to be in some unfortunate circumstances given his first nod. In just a moment, he'll be able to be brought on the field after he gets some instructions. Chattanooga temporarily down a man. That one arcs out of play. Throw in. Omar Hernandez coming on, making his pro debut. He was a Gatorade Player of the Year his senior year of high school. His side went 23 wins in a row, ranked #1 in the nation. Played college soccer for several years, making his pro debut now in League One. Ruiz gets ahead to it, and a chance for his first touch. Hernandez, was he fouled? Yes, he was. Getting right in the thick of things, Omar Hernandez. So you've got Omar Gomez on a yellow card in the midfield. You've got Omar Hernandez in the midfield just coming on, and you've got Pedro Hernandez playing on the right-hand side for Chattanooga. And on the bench, it's another option if they want to in the midfield, Leopoldo Hernandez. Aiming for Mensah. Fox gets a good head to it. Ruiz. Mensah takes it off of him. Plays it back. Hernandez takes a deflection. Fellow Hernandez can bring it down. The shot takes a block. They want handballs. They're calling for it. It spins out. They'll have to take a corner kick in the end. Would have been a harsh penalty to give. The range and proximity was quite close as Omar Gomez took a shot. We can see another look at the potential handball in the box. Let's see it here.
Chattanooga corner.
No. Corner, nothing more. We saw Omar Hernandez bring that one down off the cross from Pedro Hernandez. Picked out Omar Gomez.
17, Omar Tapia.
Taking a brief pause before the corner comes into the box. Omar Gomez over it. Goes short. Ruiz. Flicked on. Will be a throw for the visitors. And again, Johnny Philippe, injury and forced substitution. Omar Hernandez coming on in his place. There's Pedro Hernandez with the throw. Lukic. Walefi. Plays that one low into the feet. Omar Hernandez for Pedro Hernandez, but the latter can't get the ball out of the sky, and it's a goal kick for Knight.
Number 25, Pierre Monet.
Pierre Monet readying his entrance into the match, his second substitute appearance of the season. He'll be coming on for Caputo. Like for like sub in the middle of the park.
Number 6.
Monet making 12 starts, 24 appearances, scoring 1 goal for Lexington after getting his first pro contract in 2023. Walefi, pass blocked, comes back to him. Nice bit of interplay. They work through the middle. Ruiz leads the pass. Omar Hernandez. Oh, just didn't get his feet right. Roberts frustrated with himself there. Some jeers from the home crowd as they take pleasure in the mishit from their opponent. Flicked on by Juve. Actually may have taken a touch from Chattanooga. Had to. It's out for a throw. Lexington with it. Yank him. Lou Young. Fox. Corrales. Robertson's gone from right to left after the interval. Thought it was theirs, but ooh, just a little bit of afters. Rolling the ball away was Pedro Hernandez, and slight push from behind, and that will be a yellow card for Robertson. Feels harsh.
The referee has issued a yellow card to Lexington Sporting Club's number 2, Tate Robertson.
We can see the yellow card for Robertson again. Ball's out of play. Hernandez thinks it's his sides. Rolls the ball away. You make the call there. Big tackle. Lancaster brought down. Big tumble for him. Like, you don't want to get too bogged down, referees. Yellow card a moment ago for Robertson. Nothing given there, but a free kick for this challenge. Let's see it again. Lancaster just coming across him, gets his body in the way. Lancaster wearing the captain's armband, still searching goal number 1 as a side. Searching for goal number 1, over 150 minutes played across their first 2 games. Corrales, Robertson over it. Several in black to pick out. It'll be Robertson to take. Dangerous flick towards goal, just wide. They're appealing for flicks last taken by the opposing team. Fox apoplectic. But the frustration continues to grow for Lexington. See another look at it. Robertson whipping it in. Hard to tell from that vantage point who it touched last, but Fox attacking it. The chance is beginning to mount for both sides. You wonder as this one continues to trek along. Either side run out of steam. Will there be a drop in fatigue, or a rise in fatigue, I should say? That one goes out of play. Back with Lexington. Juve pressing. Walefi has to be careful. Onan put a good foot in, but they play through the press incredibly well. Ruiz picks out Omar Hernandez. He's offsides though. Flag goes up. Omar Hernandez, 22 years of age, from Dalton, Georgia. Dangerous pass. Bush is there. Makes life more comfortable for Hernandez, and Juve was pressing, forced the long one. Last touch in Lexington. Jameel Roberts with the throw. Played at Marshall 4 seasons. Part of the side that won the title in the spring of 2021. Scored 3 game-winning goals, including against Indiana in the national title game. Now he's playing as a left back, League One for Chattanooga. Omar Hernandez whips it into the box, headed away. Out for a corner kick. He's been involved, the youngster, since coming on for his debut. Fox had to be careful. Look at it again from Hernandez, whips it in. Mensah on hand if there were any loose balls to be had. Nothing given, or nothing to be had. Omar Hernandez gives it to Lukic, whips it into the box. Headed away, brought down by Ruiz, cleared off the line by Fox. What a defensive intervention by Fox. Robertson on the press, but it's back with Chattanooga. Great control by Ruiz to bring it down as Mensah trying to bring that one into his stride, but he can't. Juve turns it. Onan, a lot of space for Robertson. They find him. He nods it ahead of him. On to the right. Robertson, back post. Oh, it's over the head of Lancaster. Match opening up a little bit. We got to see that chance. We'll look at some subs first. Mael Malongo, he'll be coming on. Team coming on for Stefan Lukic. We won't be able to show you the shot just now. Might be able to swing back to it in a moment. Or we might have a moment that might rule it inconsequential. The way the match has been progressing, both sides growing into this one. Three goals and an assist last season for Malongo. Let's see that chance again for Lexington. As Robertson trying to whip this one in. Just couldn't quite find Lancaster, but you can see the idea. Getting it onto his preferred right foot, trying to swing it in. Goes just over. Headed back where it came from by Pedro Hernandez. Roberts putting his body into its opponent, out for a throw. Walefi, poor pass. Onan comes across it, but he overruns it and he fouls his opponent. That's going to be a yellow card for Jaden Onan. You can see the frustration beginning to boil over. That one, to my eye, did appear to be a foul. Yellow card, I think, consistent with other calls, and Walefi feeling the effects of that one as he was a step late. Darren Powell in discussion with Donovan Eubank, the fourth official. Let's see it again. So a poor touch by Walefi. He actually may have been a little lame there, but that was definitely a foul on Onan. Bit of frustration, I think, a factor in that and his reaction, but I'm not sure you're going to have much complaints about that. Ball was gone and took out the man. A little bit of lip reading, seems very late. Might be the words said by Islan Peksanar. And Malefi still down. Well, these sides, when they last met here, it was a much different match back on September 23rd, 2023. It was finished 5-3 Chattanooga. It was 4-1 within 40 minutes. Actually, rather 3-1, check that. Atez Diouf scored a brace in the 77th minute and 92nd minute, but those were goals to make it 5-2, 5-3. Much different match this time round, much cagier, less end-to-end, and less space for the wealth of attacking options for both sides to attack. So Walefi, again, feeling the effects of a challenge. We'll see if he's able to resume his play in this one or if he has to come off. We'll see some subs being readied. Isaac Cano, Nico Brown, both readying themselves for entrance to the match. Mensah, did he keep it in play? No, he didn't. Goal kick. Lexington, when they can make some subs, will try to yank him. Turns, it will be a foul. Referee thought about an advantage, but Mane couldn't get there in time. Walefi hobbling, but he's back out on the field. It's 11v11 again, and some subs perhaps can take place here. Onan coming off. Just a moment ago was booked. Nico Brown. He started last match. He was brought off in between games for Onan. Replaced in the 18 and Isaac Cano coming on for Tate Robertson. Cano making his debut. On a season-long loan from Louisville City. Became the 6th Lou City graduate to sign a pro deal. Made his debut in an international exhibition back in 2023 against Atlante. Lou Young with a header. Trying to keep it in play. Mane brings it down. He's 19-year-old forward, Cano is. He's from Lexington originally, so still in his home state on loan. Back from his hometown, went to Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School. Played into the channel. One for Mensah to chase. Still waiting for the first contributions of Mael Malongo, and as I say that, he'll bring that one down. Into the 18. Poked out of his feet. Trying to track back from behind on Yankum. Will be a foul for accumulation of tugs and bumps against Yankum, and it'll be free kick for Lexington. He's feeling the effects after a challenge there. Pedro Hernandez is, but the referee not listening to his cries. Mendez plays. Lu Young, nice dribble. Trying to power this one up the wing. Lu Young. Cano is with him as an option. He's going to slow it down and play it back for Manet. Pierre Manet. Nice intervention by Malongo. Bounces back for him. Ruiz. Nice bit of link up. Malongo. Under hit. Mendez gets there first. That's a big challenge. He darts out of the way. Mendez does. Lu Young. All the way back to Knight. 75 minutes into this one. Chippy. At times ugly game. Still looking for the first goal of the new year at this stadium. Could we have back-to-back 0-0 draws? Not sure how many people would have projected that after the wealth of attacking options brought on in the offseason, the talent that exists on both sides. Knight provides Corrales with the ball, and he tosses us back underway. Cano challenges with Hernandez. Both players making their debuts today. Roberts. Hernandez. Malongo. Lu Young gets ahead to it, nods it away. Ruiz fouled by Mendez. Foul number 11 against Lexington, 12 for Chattanooga. Game has had a stop-start quality to it. And it's Omar Hernandez, left-footed, standing over this one. Now the numbers for some direct service. Solid ball. Who touched it last? Chattanooga did. Goal kick. Mensah attacked it, may have gotten the last touch. Well, eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play, and you can download it right now. Brown. Slips. Was a foul. Nico Brown, a really unique profile. Coming on for Onan. Lancaster, was he fouled? Cano keeps it going, and it will actually be pulled back. No advantage being played. This is a promising spot for a free kick after Lancaster's taking a beating today, playing with his back to goal. You see Lu Young just playing the ball to his feet, gets there first, just knocked down from behind. We saw some solid service from a similar angle, just on the other side of the field from Omar Hernandez. No more Tate Robertson on the field. You would imagine his right foot would have been a prime candidate to take this. He was subbed off for Cano. Juve whips it in. It might sit up kindly. Yankum! First of 2024, for Lexington, his first in the United States. Yannick Yankum, a brilliant left-footed finish, and it's 1-0 Lexington. A goal out of almost nothing. Juve whips it in. He misses the initial one, but it sits up kindly, and that's a fantastic left-footed volley. Finds the near post. Remember the name, Yannick Yankum, his first for Lexington. It was beginning to creep towards 80 minutes. Almost back-to-back games without a goal. Juve whips it in. Doesn't get there initially, but that's a fantastic finish. Yannick Yankum, welcome to Lexington. How will Chattanooga respond? Dropping off is Mensah, trying to hold the ball up, and it's taken off of him. Cano, his first contributions. Nice bit of tidy dribbling. It's taken away. Hernandez trying to play that one down the line, but it's blocked.
Enter the lineup for Chattanooga, number 11, Siobhan Marsh.
See Walefi coming off. Siobhan Marsh, 30 years of age, making his first appearance of the season. Walefi coming off after captaining the side throughout this one so far. It's a big tackle from distance. The shot, Knuckles, goes wide, off target. Omar Gomez had a crack from distance, but didn't threaten Knight. Lexington poised to take their first 3 points of the season. Chattanooga trying to avoid going without a point to kick off the new year. Last 11 times that Lexington have scored first, they've avoided defeat. The last time that a side came back after they scored first to beat them, interesting enough, was against Chattanooga. Lost 3-1 in that one back in April 2023. They'll hope that there's not even enough time to get to 3 goals for their other side, and they could try and go for the killer blow and get a second one. You can see the debutant on loan. You can see Liu Young. Yankum, the goal scorer, out of play. Omar Gomez leaves it for Roberts. It falls kindly for Juve. He's got Brown. Nico Brown one-on-one on the right foot. It's tame. You expect Bush to save it, and he does. He's gonna go long. Time not on the side of the visitors. Nodded down, and Juve. Big challenge coming in. Hard fall for Juve. It's a free kick. Juve will take the moment to get a breather. The side will as well. They're a few minutes plus stoppage time away from their first win under Darren Powell. It was Jufe's delivery into the box on the free kick that led to Yankum's opportunity to strike and take the lead. Yankum clips it up. Lancaster brings it down. Goal kick given there. Frustrations from Lexington, but in the end, goal kick given. Big time header. Mensah knocked it down, goes back. Corrales has to be careful. Poor concession of possession into the box by Mensah, goes across the 18. And it's dealt with. Quickly brought back into play, Ruiz. Can he generate space for himself? Big tackle by Cano. Big clearance by Liu Young. It's gonna be all hands on deck. Lancaster gets there. Take a big deflection. That's a nice, clever touch, but it's lost. Yankum. Brown fouls. Clipped forward. Mensah. Lofted in. Ruiz! What a save by Knight. Knight stands tall, and it's still nil on the board for Chattanooga. 1-0. Wow, to save Amal Knight. You wonder how many more chances they'll have to try and find an equalizer. They're trying to keep it alive. Ruiz, what a flick into the box. Marsh, his first touches. Big challenge. Mané steps over, trying to play that one up to Cano, but a clever touch by Ruiz, who's been a fantastic performer. Deflected, headed out. Nodded back into play. Might have been offsides. The referee doesn't say it was. Mensah shot blocked. Liu Young puts a foot through it. It's battering down the hatches, but it's a chance to break. Nico Brown off the feed from Lancaster. Might have been a foul. It is indeed a foul in transition. That's going to be a yellow card. It looks to be. It is indeed. Pedro Hernandez booked for that one. Let's see that Knight save again. Ruiz in space. Knight knows where to be positionally and gets in front of that one. How big a save could that be in the context of this match and the season for Lexington?
The referee has issued a yellow card to Chattanooga's number 14, Pedro Hernandez. Entering the match for Lexington Sporting Club, number 14, Khalid Balogun.
Khalid Balogun.
He replaces the captain, number 17, Kevin Lancaster.
Brandon planning to come on for Lancaster. You also see making a debut, Azad Liaudi coming on for Atez Diouf. Liaudi and Balogun is off the bench. Fantastic options. Knocked out of play. And confirmation, Pedro Hernandez was the player who got the yellow card for Chattanooga. Some fresh legs. They'll hope they can see this one out. Cano, tidy bit of footwork. Brown. Seeing the impact of the subs, the attacking areas for Lexington, just try and keep the pressure away from their own goal, batten down the hatches.
The stadium clock will be stopped, and time will be monitored on the field.
Kept in play, Balogun. Cano brings it down. Maybe about a foul. Referee says no. Just good hold-up play. Good bit of footwork. Cano. Referee playing advantage. Cano into the box. Trying to play that one to Liaudi, but it's knocked away. Balogun. Great work to chase that one down by Brown, and it's out for a goal kick. Also, in the chaos there, 8 minutes of added time, so lock yourself in. 7 more minutes of this one for Lexington to try and find further insurance or hold things down. Fired forward. Mendez rejects it. It's flicked on by Liaudi, showing off his speed since coming on. He's showed off the pitch. Referee gonna stop play, wants a quick discussion. Liaudi and his opponent having some choice words for each other. See a bit of frustration from Fernandez, the player who was pushed, that the match had to be paused for that. Comes all the way through. Malongo, overlapping run, he slips. Still with it, but Ruiz is going to have to do well to keep it in play. Did he do that? No, he did not. Out for a throw. If Ricky Ruiz can keep up these performances, though, in the midfield, he's been a very tidy performer, creating some chances, good in possession, very combative defensively as Malongo takes it off Liaudi. Plays it to Pedro Hernandez. Hernandez steps forward, plays it, headed away. Pierre Manet. Good bit of strength by Brown to hold him off. And Manet can carry it forward. He was fouled from behind. Referee going to play advantage. Brown. Bush comes up, claims. Marsh. It's taken off of him. Saw the idea from Yankum there, trying to play it down the touchline for Balogun, but just not quite able to get there. Flick on. Ruiz in the box. Some options with him. Blocked by Fox. And it's out. Corner kick. Kaylin Fox. Amal Knight with some massive moments in this second half defensively. Brilliant flick on header. Ruiz gets there. Trying to just keep it play alive, and it's well blocked. Omar Hernandez has an option coming short, but he puts it in the box. Headed down, oh, off the upright. Still alive, off the upright again. Twice, Chattanooga hits the bar. How close can you come to an equalizer? Still 3.5 minutes. How about that? Bit of home cooking potentially here. Just a tiny bit of luck going their way for Lexington. And Chattanooga somehow still searching. It's Ruiz on it now, who's doing the probing. Lots in white in the box. Trying a 1-2, but it's blocked, and Scott McKenzie, playing ball boy, getting it back alive quickly. Bush back to Ruiz. Holds off the challenge of Balogun. So many numbers forward. It's clipped up. Yankum, just too heavy a touch. That is going to be a foul on him. And this is a massive opportunity from the free kick. You see the corner taker, Hernandez, already there. We'll try and show you the double crossbar hit when we can. The Chattanooga crossbar challenge. They have a chance here. Free kick. Hernandez whips it in. It's dangerous. Knight can fall on it. Let's see that chance while we have a moment. You imagine Knight will kill some time. Hernandez with the corner, puts it into the box. It sits up, the header right off the post. Climbing highest was Pedro Hernandez on the second try. Marsh on the first attempt. Man, how about that? Not entirely confidently dealt with, but Bush can get there. Less than 2 minutes. After that, it's the referee's discretion how much more you put on. Big header by Fox. Fola just lofts it forward. Hernandez trying to make something happen. Liaudi takes over. That's a clever pass to Lu Young. They can play their way out of this. Balogun, a foot race. He'll win it in transition. He'll take it to the corner. Not necessarily the move the crowd wanted to for excitement's sake, but in terms of the match, a very clever decision. It's going to be a goal kick, but he kills some valuable time. Already back underway, though. Final minute. Home crowd growing anxious. Fox heads it away. Brown, Liaudi. Balogun just gassed from that initial run just a moment ago. Can't chase that one down, and Bush can try and recycle. Mane puts a foot through it. Throw in. Ruiz needs an option. It's his goalkeeper, Bush. All outfield players in the attacking half. Bush, high and forward. Brown clears. Oh, it's awkward. Balogun on the break. He's got a teammate in support. Is he brought down illegally? No, he's not. Dying embers. Ruiz. That's a high boot, surely. It is indeed. That's a foul. And that might be one of the last actions of the match. Yellow card given. A massive coming together. Let's see it again.
The referee has issued a yellow card for Chattanooga's number 5.
Leo Fola, the man who was booked for the high boot there against his opposite number, Kaylin Fox. We might tick into the 100th minute of this match. They're throwing the numbers forward. They want the pressure away from their goal. Knight takes. 100 minutes gone, and the first win of 2024 for Lexington. Yannick Yankum, the man with the difference maker. The left-footed volley is enough. Chattanooga will wonder how they hit the crossbar twice in just a matter of seconds. But Lexington at home this season, a win and a draw. No goals conceded. Let's take a break on ESPN Plus, catch our breath, and decompress with the full-time highlights and stats on the other side of this break. Full-time, Lexington 1, Chattanooga 0.
Lexington is the Kentuckiest place in the world. Just look at it. It's by far the bluegrassiest, the bourbonist. See? The artsiest, and hands down, the horsiest. Oh, look, that one has a baby. I don't know why you would look anywhere else. Looking for the coolest, most Kentuckiest getaway? Look at Lexington.
Girls like you aren't runners, they said. Well, I wasn't.
Let's go ahead and get some pictures of that knee, okay?
6 months, down the drain. Give up
Keep the rhythm going.
or get up?
Perfect.
Who's not a runner now?
Good, we're gonna take it
You
up.
don't have to be an elite athlete to be treated like one. UK Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery, and Sports Medicine. The power of advanced.
How about that one? Full-time, though, Lexington 1, Chattanooga 0. A fantastic match, a fantastic performance. Yannick Yankum able to get that one across. 1 goal in this one. Let's see our full-time highlights from this one. A chance early on. That one just blazed towards goal by Walefi. Saved well. This one, Felipe, saved well. That's a bit of a common theme you'll see in these highlights. ML Knight, his second clean sheet of the season, in no small part himself. Onan, though, trying to get his first goal in his new colors, driving forward, saved by TJ Bush. That was some first half chances. It was a battle throughout. Jump to the second half now. Omar Hernandez on his debut, whipping this one into the box. Well dealt with by Kalen Fox. We'll see this one, though. The biggest moment of the match. It sits up kindly for Yankum, and he makes no mistake of it. Buries that one with the left foot. Misses the initial header, bounces off Pedro Hernandez, and a combination of Modesto Mendez. Give the assist to Mendez, give the goal to Yankum, his first since coming over from Birkirkara in Malta. That was the first goal of the match. Late on in this one, they were trying to see, can we hold on? Can we see this one out? There were some late opportunities to try and see things through for Chattanooga. Let's check this one out here. Just clipped in the box. What a ball in. What a save, though. Ruiz put that one on frame, one of the shortest players in the field, but he was in the right spot on the feed from Mensah, saved by Knight, and parried it away to keep things level. And here, how about this? How close can you get? The header by Marsh onto the bar, the header by Hernandez onto the bar, and the clearance by Lexington see things out 1-0. An absolute thriller. Their first win of the new year for Lexington and the Darren Powell era. Their first win. 1 win, 1 draw. Chattanooga fought hard but can't come out with it, and it finishes 1-0. For our entire broadcast crew, I've been Jack Edwards saying so long for ESPN Plus. Lexington takes it 1-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.